Okay, that is the proverbial tough act to follow. But there is one thing I would say. I would posit that actually Tikkun Olam could be translated as global impact, correct? That would bring those two together, what Dr. Perry said and what Dr. Ferrari said. Anyway, I think it was very impressive that Dr. Ferrari spoke without notes, because as we know, Donald Trump always speaks without notes, but he did use a teleprompter when speaking to a Jewish organization, so it was very daring. Anyway, it was wonderful. And there's such great energy tonight. I just wanted to say a few words and then we'll introduce our next speaker. It's really such a pleasure to be celebrating this anniversary with all of you here tonight. It's a tremendous testament to the dedication and hard work of Rabbi Yossi and Mrs. Estes Klakowski. So much has been accomplished in just 5 years. I mean, I think if this were a commencement, we'd be saying this obviously marks the beginning and not an end, but we have already, just in such a short time, a flourishing Hebrew school for our children, Torah study, new traditions for Bel Air, including our menorah lighting, Purim parties, and the list goes on. The Shul of Bel Air, to me, is a vital supplement to Jewish life in our area, helping Jews of all levels of observance to connect more deeply with our heritage. I have been studying Talmud personally with Rabbi Yossi regularly for some time now, frequently bringing friends, both Gentile and Jewish, to learn with me. Our daughter Katya is preparing for a Shul of Bel Air bat mitzvah next year. And I really believe that their approach, which is grounded in timeless Jewish tradition, but is at the same time flexible and understanding of Jewish life today, provides our kids with a great foundation for their spiritual and cultural development. On your tables, you may have noticed there are cards that have more information on some of the ways that you can participate in the Shul of Bel Air's programs. My friends and I have been consistently impressed with the quality and the relevance of everything that the Shul is doing for the community. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Take a look at these cards. You can benefit from the offerings, and fill out the cards, bring them to Rabbi Yossi or to SD before you leave and get involved. So 5 years, of course, is just the beginning. We have a lot more to look forward to as the Shul continues to grow and more of us become involved and more people become involved. In the coming years, I'm sure the Shul will continue to enhance its position as a key center of Jewish life in the community, and as people have discussed earlier, with a real building of its own for Hebrew school, for social events, for services, and for study. Okay, now I would just ask you to turn your attention to the screens for a moment in the history that changed our life as a people, as Am Yisrael, forever. It is a great honor for me to introduce our distinguished speaker, Ambassador Danon. Ambassador Danon has headed Israel's delegation to the United Nations since last October, a role of critical importance given the complex and evolving situation in the Middle East. Prior to his appointment, Ambassador Danon played a major role in Israeli politics and government. Chairman of the World Likud organization, he was elected to the Knesset and rapidly rose to deputy speaker, also chairing the Immigration, Absorption, and Diaspora Affairs Committee, as well as the Committee on the Rights of the Child. Ambassador Danon subsequently held 2 senior positions in recent governments as Deputy Minister of Defense and, later, as Minister of Science, Technology, and Space. We are very excited to have Ambassador Danon with us here today, and not only for the opportunity to hear firsthand about the economic, political, and diplomatic situation in Israel and the Middle East. Ambassador Danon is also one of the most prominent and fearless leaders in Israel today. So remember for the future, you saw him here first.